Hello and welcome to the Factor 50 podcast, a podcast where comedians spill the tea on all their holiday misadventures. This week we have the wonderful Anna Thomas. Hey, Anna.
Hello, chicken. You right?
I'm good, babes. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm a bit sweaty.
Oh, aren't we all? It's actually really hot today, isn't it? It's like 20 degrees.
Yeah, it's like muggy. I'm sort of sat like this, just airing myself.
Oh, air to the pits, always.
Yeah. First, 2 minutes in, and I'm already like, how sweaty I am, and
I'm such a sweaty person by default. I'm always sweating, always. Even on a cold day, I'm sweating.
Same, a little slug I am, a little slug.
Slug.
So this it in about.
What's been going on then? What's been happening recently?
I don't know. What have I done? I had my blood pressure done today.
Oh, I quite like a blood pressure. You know, they squeeze.
Oh, I don't know. It makes me panic. I always think, what if I've got the one faulty one and it's not going to stop squeezing? And I'm done for that. This is just going to keep going until my arm pops off.
Oh, like Final Destination.
Yeah, like what? Wouldn't it?
I'm never going to be able to have one done now. Like that's now I'm just going to be thinking about that.
Every time I do it, I'm always like, should it be that tight? Like in my head, I don't say it to the nurse. I'm like, do you know what you're doing? But like in my head, I'm like, it's still going. Like
I feel like it's quite good because just to the point where it gets unbearable, it releases, and then you're like,
exactly. Like, there must be an adrenaline rush or something in that where you're like, I'm about to have my arm ripped off. Oh no, it's not. I don't need to go skiing or anything. You don't need to go mountain climbing.
Just go to Lloyd's Pharmacy.
This is your third time this week.
I just need another hit, please.
Please.
You've had a very exciting time recently then.
Very exciting. Very busy day. Blood pressure, and then when I got a key cut today. It's all happening to you again.
Timpsons. Did you go Timpsons?
I did. First time in a Timpsons, you know.
Really? I thought like Timpsons was the go-to.
There was one when I used to do it back home. There was like something in Llanelli Market, and they had all these like exciting keys and stuff. First time in a Timpsons, because I live in England now, and very exciting. Like I don't know though how they fit. It was a tiny shed.
Oh, they're always dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning, and I was like, "Where's the washing machine? I don't get where you're doing the cleaning." And then like key cutting. Well, what is dry cleaning actually? That's not a washing machine.
That's the bigger question here. What is dry cleaning?
Is it just them going like that with the clothes?
I think they steam it.
Steam it. There's not room. And I've not, where are they doing this? They must send it away. Because I was like, all the stuff they do in there, making trophies, dog tag things.
Oh, yeah.
A tiny like 4x4.
They're raking it in, entrepreneurs. If anything, Timpsons are also really good because they have like a scheme where they rehabilitate people who've been in prison. So it's all.
I saw that cracking.
God, they do it all
of it.
When I used to work in London, I used to cheat on Timpsons. So to be fair, because I've always been a Timpsons gal because there's one in my hometown. But when I was in London, there was this place down the street from our office, and it was home to the Sexy Cobbler, which is like this whole thing in the office. Everyone was like, oh my God, have you seen the Sexy Cobbler? My boss was like this 50-year-old woman, and she was like, he's very fit. I don't mean in a sports way. So we all used to just go down there with like any old shit, any old shoes, keys, anything that needed doing, just so we could like have flirt with the Sexy Cobbler.
20 of the same key going about with a bloody janitor, and it's all just your house key, just on one loop.
Just need all these copies. Okay, I'm basically Snow White. I've got Swem doors coming in. You know, I need to get it sorted.
20 keys, please.
I think it's just because he was a cobbler that made him hot. Like, if he'd done any other job, it would have been like, okay, he's a normal looking, but because he was a cobbler, it's meant to added like a layer of sex appeal. God,
I'm so covered also because I can imagine. You know, like you see, I'm imagining what's his name from Game of Thrones, the one with the long brown hair and like
Jon Snow.
But him-ish, but must he have, is it Jason Momoa one? Who's like,
no, he literally he honestly looked like a normal guy. Like I can't even explain how like average he looked.
I'm imagining Jason Momoa, and then he turns around slowly, and you know they've got these big craft things, but it's him just at the key cutter machine, just holding, just pressing a button.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what we were all. He was a good looking, but he wasn't like massive. He was just like a tanned. It's a nice tan. Maybe I saw him in the summer and it was good timing. I don't know. He just seemed like a nice guy.
Is that, what's it called? Where your forced proximity or whatever it's called, where you just fancy everyone around you. Like I was like that in college, like the most bog standard people, but I'd be like, wow, like they'd walk in slow motion and stuff,
Yeah,
and they
'cause
were
it's
just
slim
like any
pickings.
old, yeah, just I fancy him though, and I haven't even seen this key cutter.
So should we get into the holiday vibes? Should we go
Go
into
on
holiday mode?
then.
Ooh,
Holly
ooh.
Bobs.
Holly
Ooh, ooh.
Bobs. Okay, so we'll start with the best holiday. What was the best holiday ever for you?
Going to Costa Brava when I was like either 8 or 9, because it was my first
Amazing.
proper abroad holiday, and I was like, oh, just looking back, it ticked all the boxes, right? So like first holiday, 8 or 9. What did we do? So we would just, I had the kids club and stuff. Didn't enjoy that as much because
Standard.
I organised fun from a young age straight away. I
No.
was like, this isn't a bit of me. This
It's a
feels
no.
like school, but with like colouring in, like not enjoying it. We went on like a bus trip on one day. You know, the reps come round and they try and sell
Oh,
you these
yeah.
random. Went on one to like a medieval place, and apparently there was jousting there, but I don't remember that, right? But I
Oh, they
remember,
joust in Europe, don't they? They love a
yeah,
joust.
love a joust, can't stop them. Non-stop jousting, left, right, centre, right? But this one, I don't remember the jousting. I remember there was like a sand pit thing and stuff was happening in there. And I remember we were wearing these paper crowns. But all I can properly remember is they served us each, because there was a medieval thing, a full chicken. Like, well,
Each.
yeah. And it wasn't a big one, it was probably about that size. But they just plopped it down to give us the authentic thing. And I was just eating this chicken, like, what's going on in this paper hat in Spain? Like, what? And you'd think I'd remember these people running at each other. Well, I guess they were on horses, like going at each other, jousting. Can't remember a bit of this, but this chicken.
But the chicken stays with you, yeah. Priorities. I'd be the same, to be fair.
It's in my mouth now. I just remember being like, what's going on?
Did anything come with the chicken? Was it literally just a chicken on its own?
Just a chicken plopped.
Wow.
I don't even remember a plate just being plopped in front of us, like one each. Like,
no vegetarian option, of course not. No.
I'd just been in this boiling heat, been on a bus for like 4 hours, arriving there, get this chicken plopped in front of me, and this big arena thing with a sand thing, being like, what's going on? They took us to like Crete as well, and did the same hotel
lovely.
twice. Like once like with my father and that, and then once my parents had a divorce with my mum, and it was like a different holiday.
Oh,
like I remember, like I had a haircut, everything. It was lovely. Yeah.
You were like, this is the glow up, the glow up holiday.
Like, the haircut was awful. I don't know what I thought would happen. I thought I'd come out and it'd be like, Princess Diaries comes out and it's like
the makeover
it was
scene,
like that,
yeah.
but like Karen, like
it was like social worker, yeah.
I got the like bob. I don't know why they allowed me.
It's funny getting your head on holiday is such a weird thing. I went to like the Caribbean when I was a kid, which was like a big thing because it was like a massive like. So my uncle lives in the Caribbean, and like a lot of my family are kind of all over the world. So my grandparents were like, let's just all like convene in one place.
Yeah.
And I was like, I must have been like 10. And it was Antigua, and we went off one day. We were staying in this like resort, and it was amazing. This is like probably the only holiday we've ever done where we've like gone to like a hotel. Do you know what I mean? Because like every other year we just go to my grandparents' house and just sit in their house. And it was like fine. But this year we were like, we're going all out. And we went to this resort in Antigua. It was like so nice. And then one day we like decided to like venture outside, because I think it must have been like all inclusive something. So we were like, we're going out to the outside world.
Yeah.
And we went to this like market. And at the time everyone loved those like hair wraps. You get like one little strand of hair and it wraps.
Yeah.
Right. I was desperate. I was like, yeah, this is what I want. But I was like, I want like my hair braided. I thought it was like called a braid. Anyway, I walked away from that fucking stall with a full set cornrows. Ginger cornrows. My scalp was burnt. I was crying and it was so painful. Like, white people are not supposed to have that shit done to them, okay? And there's reason for it.
Our hair's too fine, that's gonna rip out. And like, awful. Did you have to do the sun cream? Like,
I had to wear like bandanas on my head to like cover so you couldn't even see them until I got back to the UK, and everyone was like, what is wrong with you? Like, I would get cancelled if I got it done nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, it was not okay. I was like, I didn't sign up. It wasn't what I wanted, but they misunderstood me. And then once they'd done, like, we got to the halfway point, and I was genuinely considering being like, can I just have half? because it was so painful. I was crying. My mum was like, well, I paid for it now. And the woman was like, beauty is pain. Beauty is pain. And I was like, okay.
Oh my God. And you're no hair left, because that's our hair, you pull at that, it's coming out, isn't it?
It literally was not for me. Like, it was not for me.
But do you remember those machines you could get?
Like, eat your hair and
it
spat it out again. Yeah.
And it'd be like wrapped.
Oh, I could never do that.
I got one of them for Christmas. Medieval torture.
Right?
Awful. I never got it that right, because I do it and it'd tangle my hair and it would just spin around and it'd like get caught in this little.
Why did we think
machine.
it was a good idea? Like, one of my friends had it and we were all buzzing to go around and have a go. And then we did it and we were like, this is awful.
Awful. Just tangling your hairs. Oh, it's like putting your hair in like one of those what's it called, portable fans or something.
Yeah.
Just tangle it. What's the point?
Why? Oh God, the noughties was such a crazy time.
It was like the fashion and that, and it's all coming back. I'm waiting for those machines to come back. They
are going to make a resurgence. Yeah, you're going to get them on Depop soon, aren't you? People are going to buy them secondhand. Oh no! Oh, I can't.
Kids need to know that pain. Awful.
Yeah, fair play. Let them relive it. You want to be like us? This is the price you've got to pay.
Exactly. People are like, you sort of like, you get people who are not all excited about war, but they research a lot about the world wars and things like that. So when there's any hint of war, they're like, well, yeah, you need to, you know what I mean, rations and
Yeah.
And we're like that about bloody, like, you don't know what we went through, you need to go through it. We're like that about bloody, like, hair braiders and shit.
Like blue eyeshadow and like MSN.
Oh, I miss MSN. You spend all day.
We should bring it back.
You should. I loved it because it, like, it. Well, now we're texting all the time, constantly on the phones, and you'd be speaking to your friends all day at school, and you'd go and you'd have a set time on your computer, and you'd be like chatting, and then you're like, okay, goodbye, I'm leaving my computer now.
Or you could BRB. It could be.
Exactly.
We should bring back BRB.
BRB and GTG.
GTG, and then it's done. And then it's done. Finito, conversation's over. Now, what can you do? You've got to double tap, do a little heart react, and then that's when the convo's over.
Exactly.
How do you leave things now?
And when I want to be dramatic now, I can't just tweet song lyrics. People will be worried. But then put it in my MSN description bit. It'd be my name, Anna, in like gradient, like pink and blue or something. And then it'd be like underneath, I'd have like a My Chemical Romance thing or like something.
Musical note emoji. The wilting rose. The wilting rose did the most.
It carried.
It carried our emotions.
It did. Oh, good old days. And you could show what songs we're listening to as well. You could link it, couldn't it?
I would get so nervous. I'm like, make sure everything is cool.
Yeah. I remember because I was a little emo thing. I fancied like emo boy, and I'd make sure I was listening to like something he'd like, because he'd have Bebo. And did you have? I feel like it's the same era where it'd be like people. Did you have Bebo?
Oh yeah, I was all over Bebo. I used to make skins. I made my own skins. So artsy.
The entrepreneurs of the day,
creative hoes.
Exactly, and people would ask you to send them, and you send.
I do commissions.
Yeah. But in there you could list what people would list what songs musicians and stuff they liked, isn't it? And like TV shows. And so I'd go and he'd like, I don't know, like Bring Me the Horizon or something. So I'd be listening to Bring Me the Horizon and be like, just this little. It was before Bring Me the Horizon were like this. They're more techie now, aren't they? But back
you basically started
like
back when they were shouting.
Yeah, like it's mad to me that Radio 1 and stuff plays Bring Me the Horizon now, because I know them as
screaming.
Slit your wrists and put them in a bin and like the lyrics.
Tidy up after yourself once you've self-harmed.
They were just terrifying, like, but now they're quite nice, like got happy songs and stuff. That's how do we get onto MSN?
I don't even know, but yeah. But what a time. MSN, it's because your holiday was in the bloody noughties, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's taking us down a whole rabbit hole.
Cracking times.
So what was the worst holiday ever?
So mine's like a general, so I can't remember specific separate ones, but we went to these ones quite a lot, and it was camping and stuff I'd enjoy it now, and I like a staycation, but it was camping in like Tenby and Cornwall and bits like that.
Okay.
because I did just so many just camping in general, because camping in Girl Guides and all that as well when I was younger.
Oh, you're one of them, yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I kept pursuing. I was literally speaking about this with my mum today. I did enjoy Girl Guides. It's a lovely idea, but I didn't. I was a loner, and I was going, and it felt like extra school, and I was camping. I
Yeah,
would just do all these
why?
embarrassing things and
I
have
could
no
never
friends.
get in. I would have 100% done it, to be fair, so I just couldn't get in. There was a really long
Yeah.
waiting list. And then what? They were like, they said it was a really long waiting list. I joined the waiting list and they never called me. So
You're
they just
lucky,
didn't want me.
honestly.
I'm sorry, but those the brownies uniform, brown and yellow, fug.
Oh,
Who designed that?
exactly, foul. And I had like second-hand ones, which is nice. You know, now I'd be like, oh my god, cool,
Good
vintage.
vintage.
Back then, it was just they were just
not the vibe.
No, everyone had the brand new ones with like what are they called, fleeces without sleeves, and just
Or gilet.
That's it, a little gilet, and I was there in this like jumper, this old-fashioned brownies, and now cool as fuck. And I'd wear no one wore the sashes, but I'd wear the bloody sash with the badges.
Oh, like you're on a hen do, but a really shit.
Exactly. But the camping, I just traumatic, just not. Oh, every time we went on holiday camping, I just did the most embarrassing things. And I've got to camp this year for some festivals, and I'm dreading it because I love camping. But like one time, so I didn't have any friends.
Oh,
I don't. Yeah, right. Okay, one time, pissed the bed, pissed the.
Oh, bless. We've all
sleeping
been
bag.
there. We've all been there.
But I blamed, so no one really noticed. But then one person did, and luckily it was one of the nicer girls, and she noticed, and I was like, oh, it's because the condensation from the tent. I was nowhere near the edges.
Oh God bless
No,
you.
know,
All
when
the
you lean on
condensation
side
under my arse.
Just so many embarrassing times come from when it comes. One time, so we went down. I think it was Cornwall. We were camping around there, and we went to go watch the eclipse. And it was, but we'd been driving like all night and that, and me and my sister were asleep, and it was like early morning, the eclipse, like I think 6 a.m. or something. We were down there, but so we woke up and we were there, but because we were driving in our sleep, if you're eating, don't put your food down.
Put your food down now.
We both woke up covered in each other's sick because I don't remember the eclipse. All I remember is waking up, because we both got really car sick, in each other's sick, just covered in it, in our hair and stuff. And then my dad was like, come on then, let's have to go to the beach. And we were all just like...
Did they not know that you'd been sick?
No, they knew, but they were just like, okay, quick, we need to go watch the eclipse. And we had these 3D glasses, and I don't know why...
help with the sickness, is it? Oh my God.
Exactly. And just walking, just...
That's so funny that you both did it as well.
Yeah,
wow.
Just covered in it, and around these families, and we had to climb over these walls to get on, because we were by the beach or something, and we had to climb over to get a good view. And I was just like, the fuck's happening? I've just woken up in Cornwall, covered in my own sick, my sister's sick as well, around all these English people. The sun, something's happening with the sun and moon. God knows what. It's dark, but it's morning.
Like, now is not the time. Yeah,
exactly.
Can we just put this on pause for a sec? yeah, while I gather myself.
Exactly. Just so many, funny. Just like
I've definitely done that. I threw up on my cousin once when we were at my grandparents' house, but like it was really bad. She just didn't even wake up. Like it was just me. She didn't. We were sharing a room. We were sharing a bed. I used to get this weird thing where every summer when I would go to my grandparents' house in France, there would be one night where I'm like, I'm going to be sick. I would convince myself that I'm going to be sick to the point where I would be sick. It's so weird. And I would do it every year. And then this one year I was like, I'm not going to make it. And I just sat up and I threw up all over my cousin, who was done. She didn't even wake up. She slept through the whole thing. She woke up in the morning and was like covered in my... It was just... awful.
Wait, so she woke up and so you didn't wake her up and be like, I just vomited?
No, because I was like a little kid. So I just went and got my parents and went and slept somewhere else. And then she just woke up and was like, covered in sick.
With the vomit?
Yeah.
Like
I ran away. I didn't see the moment she woke up. I ran away for the aftermath. I know, I'm such a coward.
Oh my God, imagine how confused I'd assumed. Because I've been on nights out and I've woken up in a puddle of my own sick, being like, oh bloody hell, like in my bed, but like sick. Now you'd assume it was your own sick, wouldn't you? If you woke up in it, I wouldn't be like, my cousin's just come over and been sick on me while I sleep. Awful. But that one when you're waking up in the middle of the night after a night out, and you're just like, because I had it once. My ex, when we were in uni, like we'd been out drinking like vanilla and coffee flavored vodkas and stuff. So God. I can never any coffee vodka now, that espresso Smirnoff.
Oh, I love
Never
an espresso
again after this.
martini. No?
Like,
Oh.
no, not since this, because basically woke up, threw up, and I had one of those multi-plug things in the floor. You threw up into that, short-circuited whatever, the whole downstairs of the accommodation, the uni flat. Oh, yeah. And like everyone was like, "What's going on?" And we both just came out like kind
Wait,
of
the whole building?
downstairs.
The whole
It sort of like stopped
downstairs?
thing, and it had to come out and like
Short-circuited.
flick the
Oh my God.
switch. Bloody hell, it was funny, but
That's
awful.
so bad. So we'll move on to like better times ahead.
Yes.
What would be the dream holiday then? If you could go anywhere with anyone, where are you going? Who are you taking? What are you doing?
So one of ours fantasised, but I don't know if it's boring. But like,
Show
it's
your
only
truth.
there. But it's Ireland. I've always fancied.
Cute. I've never been to Ireland.
I'd love. Let's go. Take in, please. Can we do
Let's
a girls
go.
trip? Because I'd be right up for it.
Oh
I
yeah,
want to
that's a
go. So
deal.
I've been like, I've been like Belfast and stuff, but I really want to go. Like, so I've been like Northern Ireland, but I've never been like Republic of, and I really want to go. Right. Have you ever watched P.S. I Love You?
Yes.
I want to do that holiday without the dead husband.
Without the death.
Well, grieving over the death of my husband. I
Scrap
want to
that
go
part.
Exactly, but I fantasize about going over there and like going in and like listening to like the folk music and being in like the countryside, or like going to like Dublin or something, and just
I'd love to go to Dublin.
Same,
Temple
and just
Bar. Yeah.
and they've got music and they're playing like
Get the fiddles out, boys. Get the fiddles out.
Get your fiddles out, boys. Get your fiddles out. Get your fiddles out. But I just be in my element, and like the weather, I'm not good with too hot of weather. Like I just go.
Oh,
really,
same.
like,
I'm so not a beach babe.
Yeah, unless I'm like I'm doing like a girls' holiday. So I did Bulgaria 2012. Went to Sunny Beach, lovely.
Of course, iconic.
Pissed, exactly. Unless I'm pissed half the time, I just can't handle it because I'm just like, I don't know. It just makes me feel a bit strange. But Ireland, the weather's not too like dissimilar to here, and it's just beautiful. I want to go look at like the Hobbity hills and the things in the day, and then the night go get pissed and listen to the music and recreate the Galway Girl video by Ed Sheeran. And
who knew you were so basic? I love it.
I'm so fucking
I once got a spray tan. I looked like a slug. It was like I took a picture of like a bronze statue. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like metal. It wasn't good.
like
I had to wash it off severely.
I've never had a spray tan. I was thinking recently, actually, like of going for one, but I don't think I'm brave for it. And also,
no, it's good. It's good. Do it.
What do you do with your tits? Because
they just hang out. They just look at them. It's fine. It's usually a woman.
No, but do I have to lift one up? Because otherwise, I'm gonna have like.
Yeah, actually, when I got it done, this is pre my large. This is before I was a D. This is back when I was a skinny bitch.
And
I didn't have much titillage.
You see.
Maybe did I keep a bra on? No, I didn't keep a bra on. Of course not. I would have got. What did I do? No, I think I did have I literally was completely naked except these little paper pants they give you, which actually gives you no coverage. So yeah, I had to like shave my nutty beforehand because I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna blare out these pants. But like, and the woman doing it, right? The only reason I got a spray tan was because this is gonna sound so wanky, but basically my cousin is French and she like we used to live together in Paris. She was studying at this fashion school and she's a lingerie designer now, right? So it was her end of year, end of uni graduate show lingerie. I was modeling because I was back in my skinny era, and she was like, I want you to model, I want to walk the runway of my final show. And I was like, cute, oh my god, I'm gonna go to Paris and be a model. And I was like, and then like the week came around and I was like, oh my god, I'm so pale. And I was like, this, and it was like summer. And I was like, shit. And all of her like lingerie is like really like nice. It's like nude coloured, like really pale pink. And I was like, I'm gonna look like a Pritt stick. So yeah, I got the spray tan done. And I was so pale, and the woman doing it was just like, wow, you're so pale. I was like, yeah, that's why I'm fucking getting it done.
Yeah,
spray faster.
And then, what are you expecting? Why would I be here otherwise?
Yeah. Like that's a normal thing for you to see, surely. I mean, it was bad. It was very intimate, but I mean, it was good. It was very even coverage, so I can't fault her.
See, I don't even go for my haircut because I think that's too intimate. So I don't know whether like.
Oh no, okay, maybe you shouldn't then. You might.
Because no, I could never actually. Because do you know Louise Young? Like,
yeah, I know of her, but I've never met her.
You'd love her. You'd get on well. She's proper lush. Me and her always talk about when I see it, is that like we don't like getting our hair done or makeup because we're scared that the person doing it will think we fancy them.
What? That has
like,
never
don't make too much eye
occurred to me.
contact. I don't know whether it's like, because she's a lesbian and I'm like bi. I don't know whether we just think, and it's usually women doing our hair.
It is, yeah.
And I'm just like, what if they think?
But
I'm
unless
just
you
like,
tell them.
it's the same
How
thing
will
as,
they
you know, when
tell?
you're in a, like locker rooms, it's, you know, getting
Oh,
change
yeah,
your
you
pee
don't
and stuff
wanna
out. I'm like,
look.
what if they think I fancy them? And I think it's that with like the haircut. I'm like, if I make too intense eye contact, what if they think I'm like flirting? What if and then even though they're coming up right close and they're like details, I'm just like holding my breath because I'm always scared I've got bad breath as well. So,
Oh
so
my God,
imagine being
wow.
naked, thinking like, does she think I'm enjoying this? Do you think
Oh
I've
my
come?
God, I thought that I overthink things. Bloody hell.
You do not want to be inside this noggin.
Your head.
Worst case scenario, always. I'm always, what, do you get me? Always in my head, I'm thinking, if I walk past that drain, is it loose and I'm just going to fall down? Constant.
That's exhausting. I
It
mean, like the
is.
blood pressure monitor all over again. We've come full circle.
Exactly. This is why I'm getting it
Wow.
done. Through the roof, Tegan.
So I do have a couple of bonus questions as well before we wrap this
Ready
up.
for it.
Ready. So first bonus question, would you cruise?
Yes. So I'd have to be with someone I really like in that, or like a big group. So I've got options, because otherwise that'd be a bloody nightmare. Imagine you're on holiday. I feel like you've got like, and you're out and about, you've got more selection of like people. But if you're on it and you don't like the other guests on the cruise, and you're also a bit iffy with the person you're with, bloody it's just
You're
prison
fucked.
on a sea, isn't it? Prison
But to be
sea.
fair, the boats are pretty big nowadays. You could probably go to like the other
Is
side of the ship, go to like a different bar, go and sit in a spa for a day. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
And they've all got spas and shit now.
Oh, I'd love
Yeah,
that,
mate.
actually.
Yeah,
I know
you could definitely have a time apart.
and I think I'd like the onboard entertainment and stuff like that. I'm basic as fuck. I love all that sort of stuff.
You
Give
love a
me
pub
an
quiz,
all-inclusive.
karaoke. Yeah, this is basically like all
Love
inclusive, but like
it.
at sea, and you could tick off loads of different
Yeah,
destinations.
lovely. Like my mum went on a cruise. Like her cousin paid for her and her sister, her and her cousin to go on like a cruise with them, and she hasn't stopped speaking about it. And it was about 5 years ago. So like I'm gonna have to go. She saw Max Brannan from EastEnders.
Oh my God, I love the ones that have like a shit like celeb on board. We sell a lot of those at work. We have ones with like UB40.
Oh,
like
just play red wine.
Alfie Bow. Alfie
And
Bow. Honestly, the devil works hard, but Alfie Bow's agent works harder. Like Alfie Bow is fucking on every ship at sea at the moment.
You don't even know he's there. Just
He's
in a suitcase. Like, I guess.
It's like, where am I? What boat is this? What country am I in?
Yeah, he's like, I don't need a room. Don't worry. I'll just squeeze in somewhere.
Second bonus question: what is your favourite motorway services?
Oh, right. I'm a bit torn because I went to a lovely one, and I don't know what it was, like a motor services or something.
Are you joking? Moto are normally dirt. Moto are normally at the bottom of the barrel for me.
This one was posh. It had like fountains outside. I think it was near rugby.
I've never seen a fountain at a motorway services.
It was posh, and I don't know whether I was like it's so delirious that it was like a mirage, because so basically I did a gig down, is it Portsmouth or something? It was proper down south, and like on the coast down south, and I decided instead of sleeping there that night, drive up. But another act missed their train, so I was giving them a lift home on the way up as well, which added like 2 hours to the journey.
Oh my God.
I ended up getting
You're a
back
good
in at like
person.
7 a.m. and it was just painful. But on the way there, so like 5 a.m. I got to that services, and like it was lovely. It was posh. It was like, and there was no one there. And it was like a big play thing. Not that I went in there, but it just this is how nice it was, and it was lush and clean, and it had like, it was definitely new. Somewhere near rugby-ish, I think. But then, so I had a lovely time. I sat there, had a toasty, made sure I was okay, awake enough to have, to drive again. Had a coffee. No one else was there, so I had my own space. I was watching YouTube videos, and then I went back to the car, and I was like, I'm ready to drive home and finish this last.
I am truly refreshed. That is what a motorway services is there for, and it truly did its job for you.
Wow! But I just remember there were fountains outside, and like
the fountains really shaking me up.
Yeah,
I just can't picture a motorway services that has fountains. That's another. That's like the Trafford Centre. That's what I'm thinking of.
Exactly. It was a proper mirage though, because there was nothing around. Like it was
Like
just
a
like,
desert oasis
yeah,
on
and
the
just these things.
M3.
So I probably was just a loser, but I just remember being like, what is this? After like a horrible drive, being like, right, I need to find food. And usually you go to services, you're like, everything's shut, and even the W. Smith hasn't got any sandwiches left. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I live off crisps at this point.
love
Like,
a crisp.
so when I saw that, I was just like, oh my God, and the Costa's open, and oh my. But yeah, crisps is
You
all
struck
I run on.
gold. You struck gold.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then obviously the most
And then obviously,
traumatic
and
drive
then
home.
yeah, that was. I mean, you got home in the end. That's what matters. But
Yeah. So
fuck's
like,
sake,
never again.
never again. We live and we learn.